All right, folks, welcome to Erie Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. Of course, you know that. You've seen a lot of the videos. Well, my first attempt of moving into the 21st century, a selfie stick. Walking stick I need. Selfie stick I don't. The video sucked. I can't walk and talk and invite you along at the same time. So here I am standing still. It's safer for everybody, including myself. Maybe later when I get a little more used to it, I'll give it another shot. But listen, I want to ask you some stuff, see if you're aware of this, and get prepared because it's coming and it's going to be ugly. Just a few questions. Leave me your comments, your thoughts behind. I'm really interested in knowing this. First off, are you aware of the congressional hearing exposing a widespread conspiracy to censor free speech across the internet? And not just here in the United States, but the European Union has said to TikTok and all other social medias, don't wait for us to tell you, go ahead and take down what we deem disinformation according to our guidelines. The congressional hearing Chairman Jim Jordan exposed the corruption. The depth and breadth of this corrupt government is astonishing, and it should scare the bejeebies out of every American citizen. I don't care what party affiliation you have or anything at all. They're shutting down free speech. Why? Why now? Tom Fitton has exposed through Judicial Watch the amount of FBI corruption in censorship and spying on American citizens is incredible. This should scare everybody that Big Brother is indeed looking over your shoulder and making notes, taking notes, making a dossier on all the people that they deem potential domestic terrorists. Now, people have said, oh, well, we're not really doing that. We just have a few complaints, so we investigated, nothing there. That was a blatant lie. Anybody on social media is fair game if you are expressing opposition to the government, and they're doing it. Not only that, they're using college students, paying them, giving them extra credit to remove and report YouTube videos such as myself, TikTok videos, Google, Facebook, everything else for disinformation for extra credit. See something, say something, betray someone. That's what it's all about. We are moving at lightning speed into 1984 dystopian state. And it should be scaring the bejeebies out of everybody. Yet you don't see a blurb on the news media about it. They are censoring people left and right directly against the right to free speech, the First Amendment. And it is horrifying. It is scary. Why don't they want us talking to one another? What do they have planned? I know the WHO, World Health Organization, has a plan. They already have it scheduled out, saying, here's the vaccines you will be taking for the next pandemic. No exceptions, no religious exemptions. You will be vaccinated. Here's the schedule coming out in 2024. Did you know that? Joe Biden signed away our medical rights to the World Health Organization, United Nations, and we have no rights to say no. Did you know that? We're not allowed to talk about it. Anything we say that's adverse to the WHO guidelines, we're removed. We can't talk about it, and that's the whole thing. Censorship. Why now? Russia has withdrawn from the nuclear arms treaty. They're saying, nope, no more of that. We're all in it fair game. And we can and will use tactical nukes in Ukraine to end this war. We're withdrawn from every treaty we signed. Biden says Putin's bluffing. Other people say, no, he's not. This is for real. That should scare you. Nobody's talking about that, or very few people. North Korea added to their dictatorship constitution, giving the madman Kim Jong-un more power, saying, hey, if we feel offended or we feel threatened, we have the right for nuclear strike, first strike. Ask questions later. Don't say anything about that. We now have moved an Ohio-class submarine into the Mediterranean, which is nuclear armed, cruise missile armed, into the Mediterranean. Why? We have 2 aircraft carriers in there, plus their air escorts, huge superior firepower in there. Why do we need nuclear arms in there? Iran says, hey, we'll wipe out Israel in a blink of a hat and we'll take on the United States as well. Blink of an eye, not a hat, tip of a hat. Tried the selfie stick, threw me off. But why now? What are your thoughts? Why are they going so hard after our free speech? We got the elections 2024 coming up. We already know what they have planned for that. Massive open border immigration, illegal voting will probably take place. And you're going to see corruption beyond belief. And the Supreme Court is mum on that. It's scary times, folks. Are you ready for them? That's what my real question is. Are you ready for what is coming? And it's not, maybe it's coming. Maybe we could dodge a bullet. No, there's not going to be any dodging bullet. They're not censoring us for just fun. They're not moving massive military arms in the Middle East. And by the way, estimated reports is we have 42 to 45,000 American soldiers in the Middle East now and have been. We have bases in Israel that have been attacked in the Negev desert. Did you know that? I didn't, but it was exposed on media. 31 Americans have been killed. Nothing from this administration. At least a dozen are kidnapped. We've been attacked 40 times, and what's the response? We're going to hit a warehouse in Syria. Very limited, tepid response. Joe Biden and this incompetent Anthony Blinken says, we don't want a war with Iran. Well, they sure as hell want one with us, and they're doing everything to provoke it. Why? Why are we not allowed to talk about it? Why is there such censorship going on right now in this moment of time that we can only tiptoe around our thoughts and not speak the truth? I'd be interested in knowing your opinion. Leave me your comments. Let me know why all this exposure to censorship is occurring now. Greg out.